Hey VC, it's Ron. Thanks for stopping by. Hope everybody's doing well on this Black Friday. Didn't get the shit kicked out of you. I know it can be pretty brutal out there. I was watching some YouTube videos a couple of days ago, and oh, those people. So there goes a Walmart video, and it was like this pallet of product there in the aisle, you know, and there's a huge group of people around it. And all of a sudden security says, go, and it's just like this mad dog pile, and grown adults ripping stuff out of the little kids' hands, and oh my God. And people camp out for like 2 days just to save $100. It's like, come on. You can have it, I don't want it. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I didn't go out today. I slept in, enjoying my day off, and I'll probably go out a little bit later. There just wasn't too much out there I wanted today for a Black Friday record store day. But I'll go out later. But anyway, this video is about bootlegs. And Christopher Kibler started a thread a while back, and I've seen a couple of people do a video on it. And that was Randy and Rich. So I decided, well, maybe I ought to do mine too. So I have shown bootlegs in the past, but I've never actually done a video of all bootlegs. So this is my first one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the earlier years, the first decade of bootlegs, 1970 to 1980. And that's my favorite era because they were just more, I think they just have a lot of charm. I know the quality isn't always the best, but there are some good ones from that time. And you know, there's colored vinyl, and they're you know, full color covers, and there's some nice ones. So, you know, back then, you know, they were more of an underground thing, you know, kind of a speakeasy item, you know. If you were lucky enough to get a bootleg back, I can only imagine, you know, because I'm not that old, but if you were lucky enough to get a bootleg back in the early 70s, it was probably a big deal. Hey man, I got a bootleg, check this out. You know, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, check it out, you know. But now it's like, hey, I picked up a bootleg. It's like, big deal. You know, big deal. But, yeah, it was cool back then. It was like, you know, scoring an ounce of weed or something, you know. It was a cool thing. So, I'm going to go on, and I'm going to show these in alphabetical order. And let's get going with the Dylan Cash session. And these are outtakes of Nashville Skyline, which is Bob Dylan's album, and it's on Ruthless Rhymes. And here's the set list. This is a good bootleg, and I think this is probably from 71 or 72. The label is dated 1971, and it's, you know, they made it look like an import label, made in Germany and all that. And it's got the buy this album or we'll shoot this dog, which was originally a National Lampoon magazine cover. Buy this magazine or we'll shoot this dog. This next one is the best of Jimi Hendrix live in concert. And it's on IC Records, Immaculate Conception. And this bootleg is probably from 71, 72. And there was a whole series, you might have seen them around. There's like a whole series with this artwork. And all the company did was they replaced the labels with whoever the artist was. So, I don't know what the source of this is, but here's the song titles. And the back is blank except for a hand stamp that says Immaculate Conception, guaranteed against defects and manufacturing. So yeah, guaranteed against defects and manufacturing. Okay. So what are you going to do? Contact your local bootleg dealer and say, hey, I got a bum pressing, can I exchange it? This is Jimi Hendrix, can you please crawl out your window? And this is a BBC recording, I think, that came out when Jimmy died. Blank labels. And I put those stickers on there. I wish I hadn't have done it, but you know, back in the day you do dumb things, right? So this is really cool, and it's got a track on here called Tobacco Road. It's Jimi Hendrix and Eric Burdon live at Ronnie Scott's club. And the radio announcer on this says that that is Jimmy's last stage performance hours before he died, so that's pretty cool. This next one is Jefferson Airplane Up Against the Wall MF. And Randy, Deadwax66, has a copy of this. And mine is colored because some hippie colored it, you know, unfortunately, but at least he did a fairly decent job. And this bootleg cost $3.49. It's probably early 70s. No record label on this one, no company name. This is actually, according to my Hot Wax book, this is one side, it's two PBS TV specials, one on each side. I believe it's Go Ride the Music is one of them, and the other one I believe is A Night at Family Dog. Maybe not at that exact wording, but I think it's pretty close. I should have checked, and I'm sorry. This one is Jefferson Airplane tapes from the mothership, and this has got some cool rarities on it that the Airplane only did live. It's probably live 70, probably live 70. Wear Your Dress Is Too Short is one of them. Emergency. It's got a song called The Old Man and The Man. And it's on Trademark Equality. And this is the second Trademark Equality logo with the smoking pig. And I believe this was introduced in 1973. And it's got a picture of Grace smoking a bowl on the cover, and down at the bottom below the picture it says, "Close cover before striking." And this is good quality. This is Kinks, and it's on the Trademark Equality. Survivors Caught Conspicuously in Concert, live BBC 1973. Pink Floyd in Celebration of the Comet. This is probably originally Trademark Equality, and it's got the amazing Corny Phone record label catalog number. Now sometimes those go hand in hand. It'll have Trademark Equality, and it was connected to the amazing Corny Phone record label. That Kinks that I just showed, that's the same situation. I think this might be a little bit later pressing because it has blank labels, and it's Rainbow Theatre. It's early BBC broadcast of Dark Side of the Moon. It's quite different from what the album is like. There's some very different parts, and it's kind of interesting the way the person that did this before me, I didn't do it, I promise you. It has, for side one, it has that where they utilized the record hole for the zero, the O, And then they did the same on side too. So at least they were creative there. Yeah, there's so many variations of bootlegs. I mean, they would, you know, they'd do a pressing and then they would do another pressing and they would change it, you know, in a way. They would change the cover or get cheaper packaging or go from colored vinyl to black vinyl. And sometimes bootleg companies would actually steal another record label's material and repackage it and put it out themselves. This isn't a 70s bootleg, but I think it's actually like probably an 80s pressing. It's Pink Floyd Circus Days and it's Live Animals. And this particular pressing is on Raven. This is the Who Decidedly Bladed Response 1973 North American Tour, and it's on the Amazing Corny Phone record label, which it was in existence from approximately 1975 to around 78, 79. Short-lived. And this is North American Tour 1973. Okay, now I'm going to show Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and it's a wooden nickel. It's on the Canyon label. This is a 1971 bootleg. Probably this may be the very first Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young boot. And here's the tracks. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young live at the LA Forum, and this is on the Abstract label. This is like this is old. This is like from 1971. This particular concert was repackaged a lot back in the day. Just blank on the inside. So yeah, this is a double LP live at the LA Forum, 6/26/70. This is Young Man's Fancy, and it's on the Xerox label. And this was repackaged a lot. This is Solo Neil live in Los Angeles, February 1st, 1971. Alright, I'm back. I had to flip the record and I had some little minor technical difficulty with my camera. So I'm going to continue here with Neil Young. I'm happy that y'all came down. And this is live at the Los Angeles Music Center, Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, February 1st, 1971. And this is a repackage of the one that I just showed before this one. And it's put out by Rubber Dubber, and they were known for taking other people's bootlegs and repackaging it for themselves. Original price of $6, guaranteed against defects. And double album. And check this vintage Odyssey Records inner sleeve. Odyssey Records was a chain store, and some of you may know of it or remember it. And I went there in the late 70s to early 80s before they closed down. Here's Young Man's Fancy, and this was put out on Contraband Records, and it's a repackage of that same concert. So yeah, that's what these labels did, you know, they repackaged other people's bootlegs. And then this one's like a second pressing of that one. It doesn't have the deluxe cover, it's just got an insert. It's on the same label, Contraband. And all these are from like around 73, I think. This is Neil Young, Rocky Mountain Review, live at Boulder, Colorado. This is on Contraband too. And it was recorded at the University of Colorado, Boulder, January 27th, 1971. Little bit different Contraband label there. Original price at $2.99. It's got a blank back on the cover. And it's got a insert. This one is Neil Young at the Los Angeles Music Center, which is another repackage of the LA show. And this was put out by Trademark Equality. It doesn't have the Trademark Equality logo, but whenever you see large numbers like that on the label, it's put out by Trademark Equality. This is Neil Young Coming Home, Trademark Equality. And this is live at the Scope in Norfolk, Virginia, January 28th and 29th, 1973. This is Neil Young and Old. It's a double album. And it's on the Great Live Concerts label. It's two different sources. One's with Neil Young, Crazy Horse, and the other one is Neil with Nash and Crosby. Now this set with the Nash and Crosby, it has a song called Sweet Joni. Sweet Joni is very rare. He only did it during this concert, and it was about Joni Mitchell. And here's the label. At the bottom it says, all rights reserved, all wrongs reversed. This is Neil Young at the Roman Coliseum. This is a 1976 bootleg. And I think they did at least a couple of different colors for this. And it's recorded live in Germany. There's the back. And one more, and it's Neil Young, Springfield Slaughter, Tours 1973. I think it's a repackage of one of the other ones that I've shown. This was a 1980 pressing. Blank label, so that tells you that it's a later pressing, because the earlier Trademark Equalities will pretty much always have a printed label. Okay, that does it for the video, and I hope you enjoyed my response to Christopher Kibler's Kibler. Not Kibler. Kibler makes cookies. Kibler, I'm sorry. I hope even Kibler's right. All right, that's it, guys. I'm out of here. Later. Bye.